Yes, you are all welcome to Enzo Tech Computer Training. Today we want to show you how to install Tailwind CSS in ReactJS. Let's get started. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. Just subscribe as we get started. So I will go to the Tailwind website. This is the tailwindcss.com. This is the website. As you are already aware that I've installed React. You can see that on the screen. React has been installed for me. So how do we use Tailwind is what we want to basically look at in this video. So let's get started with Tailwind. So from the website, which is tailwindcss.com, I will click on get started. So it will redirect you to this place. You will see the installation guide. So I'll click on framework guides. So after clicking on the framework guides, you will locate React, create React app, which is this. You click on this create React app, you'll be redirected to this page. So we are going to follow this documentation, head from start to the bottom, one step at a time. So the first thing, which is number 1 here, they say you should create our project, which is our React project. I have done that already. That's why you are seeing this React icon showing. So we are done with number 1. So number 2, install Tailwind CSS. So we have to install the Tailwind CSS. First, you copy this code, npm install -d Tailwind CSS. So you go to your VS Code. Yeah, that's my VS Code. So yeah, I will come here and terminate this. Okay, so I'll come here and paste that and press enter. So I'm installing the Tailwind. npm install the Tailwind CSS. So let's wait for it to install. So we finished installing the Tailwind. So if you go to your package.json, you should see that installation being referenced. You can see that Tailwind CSS version 3.3.2. So let's continue with the documentation. The next thing is to initialize the Tailwind by using the npx Tailwind CSS init. So I'll copy this, then go run this on my terminal. Press enter. So we'll wait for this to initialize our Tailwind. So you can see immediately it initialized the Tailwind. Automatically you will have a Tailwind config file, that is tailwind.config.js. You can see that here. Let me click the config file of Tailwind. This is what you get when you initialize Tailwind. You get this. So let's continue with the docs. So we are through with step 2. Then step 3, configure your template parts. We have to configure the tailwind.config, which was generated for us by what? By the initialization of Tailwind CSS. So what I will do, since I already have this from the Tailwind config, this, I only need to just replace this with some content from Tailwind documentation, which is this content. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this, only this content, please. Copy that content. Then I go to this place, I remove this, then I paste this from Tailwind. So you can see I have copied and pasted that from Tailwind. That is the configuration. So I'm through with step 3. So step 4, add the Tailwind directive to your CSS. So since we are dealing with React, we are going to add this in our index.css. So I'll come here, I'll copy this base, component, and utilities from Tailwind. I'll go to my VS Code, then where I have the index.js, which is this, so index.css, which is this, I'm going to paste it somewhere here. So let's say that index.css. Okay, I'll paste it. You can take this off. I don't need this again. I can take those things off and I'll paste this because I want to use Tailwind. So I'll save. Okay, I'll save that. So it must be pasted in the index.css. Please don't forget that it's also in the documentation. So the next thing is to start your build process. run your build process with npm run start. So we have to start our build process, which is like you starting your React server. So I'll copy this npm run build start. I'll go to my terminal and I run that. So let me clear this first before running it so that you can see clearly. So I'll paste this npm run start and I press enter. So this will run the build from for us. So let's wait patiently as this will run the build for us. So you can see our server is getting started. You can see that already. So I'll go to my app.js. I'll take away this React default. Remember that this is from React. All these texts are from React, which you see on the screen. I'll remove everything off. I want a blank page, which you're already familiar with in React. I take off everything and I'll put a blank page here. Generate my okay, that's my app.js. H1. Let me just come here and do this. Come here and do this and just put this is Tailwind CSS. This is Tailwind CSS tutorial in React. So as so you can see our browser is loading. So let's wait for it to load. Let me close some of these tabs so that you can see that clearly. Okay, so let's wait for it to and our server is develop and starting. So the next thing I want to do, I'll go to the Tailwind documentation so that you can see how to use them. There are a lot of stuff you can play with on Tailwind. So you click on component. I'll click on component. Now you can play with some of their components. There are a lot of components you can play with in Tailwind. I don't even need the components. I can just go back and scroll down. You can see some of those things. So I'll look for typography so that you can see that clearly. You can see a lot of stuff. Tailwind is so special. It's so beautiful. It has most of the features that you required to start building a wonderful website. So yeah, so I'll search for typography. This typography, you can come here and put search and just type typography, Tailwind typography, or text. If you don't want to call it typography, call it text. So I'll just come here and just say text. You don't need to, okay, I'm only showing you how to use the documentation, how to use it. There are a lot of stuff here, so I won't bother myself with the documentation for now. Let me just show you that our stuff is working. This is our React. This is what we have so far, but I have to save this for that change to occur. Since we have removed it, I've not saved it, so let me save it. So let's wait a little bit as I've saved this. I want this screen to be blank. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, you can see that on the screen. This is Tailwind CSS. You can see the text is special. So let us play with Tailwind now. I have finished the installation of Tailwind. Let us now confirm our installation. Already you've seen the effects. So yeah, I'll put a class name. I'll call this text sysxl. Text sysxl means I want it to be big, to be 6 times big in an extra large device. That's what it means from Tailwind. So if I go to the browser, you can see that this is Tailwind CSS tutorial in React. So you can see our Tailwind is working. It's looking really pretty. If I want to change the color, I can easily come here and say text green, or let me say text green. The text green, the amount of color, let me say 200. The 200 is very light. You can see the light nature of 200. That's 200 light. If you want it to be very thick, let's increase the numbers. So you can see this is very thick. So you can see how pleasant this gives us, how pleasant Tailwind is. So you can also do some stuff with the background color, do some cool stuff, BG. You can come here and say anything you want to put, just put some stuff here and put BG, BG black. You can make it BG black or BG dark, BG black, and you make it BG red. So BG red. Then the amount of red colors that you require, you can come here and say 500. That is 500. So let's see how that works. So you can see that for yourself. So you can as well put a padding across, put some stuff, very cool stuff. So I hope you understand how we're able to install the Tailwind in React. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Enzo Tech. God bless you all.